Mail border controls should be kept at Calais after Brexit to prevent more illegal migrants and asylum seekers entering Britain, according to council chiefs in Kent. The leaders of both Dover and Shepway councils have warned Brexit Minister David Davis that bringing back controls to the UK as part of any deal risks further increasing the number of migrants that would have to be dealt with. A joint letter signed by the leaders of both local authorities states Dover and Shepway are keen to see border controls staying in France for vehicles and passengers inbound to the UK. The controls are currently at Coquelles for the Channel Tunnel and at Calais Port for the Port of Dover. The alternative, repatriating the incoming boarders to the UK in less than 2 years' time, would require significant investment in the land and infrastructure required to carry out checks on UK soil. Moving controls to the UK also has potential to increase the number of illegal migrants and asylum seekers arriving if the checks in France are removed or scaled back. This would increase the pressure on local authorities nationally and the Home Office itself by raising the demand for asylum dispersal places. A Sudanese migrant holds a Union flag near the Calais border. The letter also warns any failure to secure alternative arrangements for customs checks could impose significant new burdens on local authorities. It says these could include a substantial increase in port health responsibilities if the inspection of foods from the EU is required post-Brexit. The letter continued this would increase the need for staff in processing areas and would slow the transit of freight. That could lead to delays getting products to shops and risk damaging the health of the retail, hospitality and farming sectors, according to the council chiefs. The local authorities also flagged up the potential for delays for passengers after 2019 without a suitable system to check them. The letter adds without a viable system to help process non-UK passengers, ports and airports will have to manage lengthy queues, which risk deterring both business travelers and tourists. The current agreement for border checks, to be carried out at Calais, is a result of a bilateral treaty between the UK and France. But there have been warnings from the French authorities and regional leaders that they would look to end the present arrangement once the UK leaves the EU. The Department for Exiting the EU has been contacted for comment. Related an immigration legal expert tells us are the main party's immigration policies credible. Brexit department boss quits leaving government in chaos. Brexit could risk the hard-fought sovereignty of the Falklands Islands, Westminster warned. Leaked document shows secret government studies into impact of hard Brexit. It may worry you that much of our mainstream press is increasingly reporting with a strong right-wing bias. Most of our media is owned by a handful of offshore billionaires with personal agendas. More worrying is the staggering decline in independent investigative journalism. It costs a lot to produce, so many publications facing an uncertain future can no longer fund it. With nobody to hold the rich and powerful to account or report on the issues that don't fit with the mainstream narrative, your help is needed. You can help support free, independent journalism for as little as 50p. Every penny we collect from donations supports vital investigative journalism. Share it. WeGlue WhatsApp to Mail.